Damn. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Eddie Barber. I'm back with another one here for you today. We got 5 clippers that changed the game. I'm here with my boy
Cody, aka Primetime239. Hit me up on Instagram, starting a YouTube channel.
He's just getting his start. You're gonna check him out. I'm gonna post this on his channel as well. So we're gonna go through it today. We're just gonna have a little discussion about what clippers we really like, what the heavy hitters were, and basically how we feel about them, so that you can make a better educated decision when it comes to buying the next clipper in your case or in your kit when you want to start cutting. So let's start this one off today with old heavy hitters, and this one here is the Andis Master. Alright, the Andis Master was way ahead of its time when it first come out, which we should actually look up. Let's Google that real quick. When did this shit come out? It's been around for like ever. And Cody, my boy Cody, got these zero gaps so far that they could cut wood. Alright? That's for real. I mean, real talk.
Real talk?
Look at that. You cut wood with these ones. I hope Cody don't cut with these. You cut with these?
No.
Nah, we don't use these things. So, these ones are so old they were made in America.
1931.
Says that? Yo, the Andis Masters, it turns out Google says they came out in 1931. So here's a unit that was way ahead of its time and a very good unit for doing fades with your little lines on the side. I think that's helpful for people who are just getting started, people in school.
It was big time for kids in school, man, because when you had to, first learn how to do fades, you weren't really sure with the lever how far to go, the taper, and it just really helped out a lot of kids, especially me in school. I never cut hair before in my life, so for me to have that guideline really helped out a lot.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, my knock on these though, it's time to start beating them up, because honestly, it ain't 1931 anymore, and I don't use these ever in my kit anymore. I mean,
Nah,
do
me
you?
either. Nah, I don't even touch them anymore. That's, they basically sit at home and
And this will
collect
be
dust.
the most use they've gotten in a year or two is in this video.
Real talk.
But why don't you use them, Cody?
Really, man, they're so heavy that, when you're cutting hair all day long, you're doing 20, 25, 30 haircuts a day, it tends to wear you down. Over time, it has an effect on your shoulders, on your arms. Just flipping it all day long, especially in fades, you don't have to kill yourself. Just flick of the wrist really helps out. Another thing is when you have the open taper, sometimes it tends to pull hair a little bit more with longer hair, and I don't really like that, and I'm damn sure the clients don't like that. So that's pretty much my takes on it. That's why I don't like to use them no more.
So yeah, I mean, basically, this become a paperweight for me. I wouldn't really use them anymore. I think they were ahead of the time, and maybe they paved the way for some of these other clippers we're gonna talk about. But definitely, they were a heavy hitter in their time. I mean, the reason why I don't like them is because I feel like they're weak. If you try to cut through somebody's hair, it's real thick. Let's say they want a number 2 on the back and sides. Bam, you put your 2 on this. It's gonna take you all day to cut all that bulk out, when you could be picking up one of these other units and you could be knocking that bulk out 10 times faster. So, I mean, my real knock on them is the weak, and a lot of them, not all of them, they get pretty hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
those mostly did.
If you're down in the trenches and you're going after it, and you're using this on a bunch of people, it's gonna get hot, and to the point where it might not even be usable. Then you can spray cool care on it, whatever, but...
And it's gonna heat up in a couple more minutes and be right back where you were in the first place, so...
Yeah, but all in all, you gotta respect what they did here with this one. It was a great unit for people who are just getting started, but as you go a little bit further, you're gonna probably want something different in your kit.
But I will say the one good thing that they did was the magnetic clipper guards. The double magnetic clipper guards
For real.
were the biggest thing that hit the industry,
Yeah.
I feel like, when it comes to guards. So
I agree, that was a total home run. I wish more companies would do it. I understand they probably can't because of patent reasons, but the magnetics, knowing it wasn't going to fall off, I mean, that was a reason for me to actually pick these up and go back to them. After I had already put them in my kit, I just retired them for a couple years. The Andis magnetics came out and I said, oh God, I want to try the magnetics. What do I want to put them on? I put them on this, and pretty soon I wanted to put this away again though, because like I said. But anyways, tell me what your thoughts are on the Andis Master. Anybody out there, maybe you got a different take on it, maybe you got a different opinion. I'd like to hear it. If you disagree with us or not, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, everybody's got their own preference, and you just like to hear everybody's opinion on everything, man.
Yeah, I mean, for real. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit smash that subscribe button.
Like it up!
It really helps me out. Like the video, please comment. I want to kind of build a community here. I'm trying to make the barber business better for everybody, so let's talk. And if you got videos too, man, you leave it in the comments and I'll scope your videos out too, for real. I'll spread the love too. So anyways, I think we should move on to a clipper that's not weak, and it was a definite game changer.
Big time.
And we're talking about the Oster 76ers. Okay, the Oster 76ers are no joke. You can still use these today, and they have been around for a lot longer than I've been cutting hair. If you don't have a pair of clippers to debulk with, it's gonna cost you time. Like today, I cut like 26 people hair. There would have been no way I could have got my fades down to the time I can cut them without finding different avenues to cut time off of it. So when you put a number 2 on one of these and you go up the back and sides of somebody's heads, you're looking at 2 passes max.
Yeah.
And all that hair is gone, as long as the blades are sharp. And when they get dull, you just want to sharpen them up. I mean, what you think about it?
To me, these are the clippers that you get somebody that comes in, wants a number 2 on the top, skin on the sides, boom, wing, ding, out the door. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But no, it's one of those clippers that will definitely, you only have to take 1 or 2 passes, and after that, I mean, you look at any of these clippers. You throw an attachment on there, you're gonna miss hair every now and then. But these, man, these definitely mow down hair. And when you're cutting, so many clients a day, you definitely gotta remove that bulk in a hurry. So running a 2 or something, or 1 or whatever up the size, it really helps instead of using one of these regular clippers. Not to knock them, but that's what these are used for. So I definitely appreciate these 100%.
It always surprises me how many videos I see on YouTube or Instagram where people are still putting their skin lines in with their trimmer.
True.
I don't understand that. Maybe it's because they didn't want to spend the money for a bulking clipper, but like honestly, this 5-0 clipper.
Yeah, that 5-aught blade is the real deal.
It's real tough.
Real deal, Holyfield.
This thing cuts as close, if not closer than the trimmer, especially after I had it sharpened. I had my man remove a little bit of material off the top and the bottom, and I got this thing cutting closer than ever, to the point where it's almost dangerous. It's fantastic for flat tops, but this is one that a lot of people don't know about. It's an offshoot of the 76. It's just a cordless version. It's actually considered a animal or pet grooming clipper, but this one here has been going strong for 6 years. I could take the battery out. Guess what? If it goes bad, garbage. Get a new one. Trash. So all that other stuff, man, the Andis ZR and some of the other units like the BRGV, you want to charge big money for whatever, at least those batteries are replaceable. But when you got something that's got the battery built into it and you can't even replace it, well, it looks like you're going to be tossing the whole thing in the trash. So that's what I really love about these.
Yeah, those Osters have really held up, man. Me and him have put good use to those things, man. I got the Andis, I spent my money on the Andis BGRVs, and just like he did with that battery, I'm ready to throw them in the trash. They're garbage, man. They overheat. It's just a clipper. I don't feel like it's as strong as those Osters. Oster, any clipper they make, I feel like they can really mow down anything, man. That goes with the wired, wireless, anything. So
yeah, I think Oster's pretty A1 right now. I mean, in fact, I think it kind of leads us into our next thing here. The other thing is that thing comes with a stand too. It's always ready to go. He uses it, I use it, and we can pretty much share this thing, because when he's putting in a skin line, I'm doing something else. We just share it, and we've beat that thing double down. I mean, it's probably done 50 cuts some days.
Yeah.
So I can't say enough good about that. Oster, you killed it with that one. That was a game changer for me, but the 76 was a game changer for all of us.
All of us, hell yeah.
So, what we're talking about Osters,
Might as well go to the next one, the fast feeds, kid.
we might as well.
These, man, the first time I ever heard about these was when I was in barber school watching another YouTuber, Caking It's Randy. And he really opened my eyes for these things to see what these could do. But then, you know, I put some use to them and everything, and he really opened my eyes to throwing this ceramic blade on there, man. And it's really made me want to go back to them a lot more, because they get down to it, man. You put in a skin line, and a lot of times you really got to mess around, you know, with a trimmer or going back with your shaver, turning it upside down, you know, tapping it, whatever. But with these, man, it just seems like you could just go right into it and remove that line. So these have been a great clipper overall. I mean, look how long they've been around, and they really haven't changed anything. I mean, these have been around for years and years, and still the same design, you know. And they don't overheat. They're not heavy at all. The housing is great.
Got a good throw.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels great in your hand. It's not big at all, you know. It's nice and light on the bottom side of it. So when you go to flick it, it definitely helps out some. So I definitely would recommend these clippers for somebody who's going into the shop and wanting to up their game a little bit. So
Yeah, I mean, for real. Right now, I've cut with these, retired them. Cut with them, retired them. Put them back in the box like 3 times, because honestly, before I found the ceramic blade, before I realized it was that good, they used to pull hair. With the steel cutting blade, they used to pull hair. And I liked the way they felt, like the ergonomics and everything that he was talking about. I felt that 100%. But if it pulls hair, it's gonna upset my customers, it upsets me, and I'm not gonna be using them. But when I put this ceramic blade on there, it was like, what a game changer.
knife through butter.
I mean, hot knife through butter, for real. And when this thing, it's not even got a surgical blade on it. It for some reason, it takes out that 5-0 line that I put in with my skin. It takes that out so easy that I never have a problem. In fact, I think I do fades a lot faster with this. And not only that, it's actually strong enough to debulk with. Like, I don't have any problems taking a number 2 up the side of somebody's head. 2 passes or so. Of course, it's not as fast as the 76, but it gets the job done. So if my boy over here has got the clipper still, and I don't feel like going over there and getting it back from him, I can just use this. It ain't no thing, and it's not gonna slow me down. So I think that if you've used this and you retired it, you should really consider putting the ceramic blade on it and give it another try. And you have to get the ceramic blade. It's actually Andis, and it's actually a coarse cutting blade. That's the blade that actually fits on here. Don't ask me why, but it does.
So when you hit it up on Amazon or any of barber supply, it's the Andis coarse blade.
I'll put a link in the description for that, so that you can see what's up. So you could just go and scoop it.
And I don't know if y'all know, but I go back to the Andis, the Masters that we were talking about. These ones. If you want to throw those double magnetic guards on those clippers, they also fit on there too. So that was a game changer as well. So that was big time for us.
Yeah, actually, that's worth mentioning real quick. I keep all my blades attached to my cool care. It reminds me to sanitize more often. But the fact that these cut with the, I don't know if they meant this to happen or if they just happen to be the same size, but whatever. They work, and they work fantastic. So now I use my double magnetics again, and I got my fast feed. It's like a win-win situation. When these things cut that good, and I know they're not gonna fall off, I mean, it's a game changer for me, totally. So I can't say enough good about Oster. Oster, you really hit things out of the park when you do it, and I really haven't had a bad experience with your customer service or any of it. So it's a win-win American company, and I love them. And I know a lot of people out there feel the same. Please tell me, how do you feel about this, and how do you feel about the 76ers down in the comments?
All right, so I think the next one up is definitely the Seniors. The Seniors is the money maker, kid.
Money machine.
Money
right
machine,
there.
baby.
Woo!
Man, I can't say enough good things about this clipper, man. It seems everything about this clipper has definitely stood up to my needs and tons of other barbers, man. This thing is crazy. It's powerful. It's the same thing as the Osters, man. If I wanna zero gap this blade and take it down to skin, I can make it do it, you know. And
Real quick.
it makes it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with that STD blade, which is great. When you zero gap this, like I said, it comes all the way down to skin, but it mows through hair. Really don't got to do too much with it when it comes to fading. You just get, you know, it's got that bottom end, like I said, is nice and, you know, nice and thin and light. So it doesn't take much to fade at all when you flick it. So to me, these is, like I said, the breadwinners, man. And I don't think I'll ever use another clipper for most of my fades again. I mean, I bounce between these and the fast feeds all the time, but I love these clippers.
Yeah. I mean, for real, I went back and forth between the Seniors and the Masters, and I'm going back years ago. And I went back and forth between the Seniors and the Masters, and I tell you the truth, as far as power goes, there was never any comparison. Never any comparison at all. These never got hot like the Masters.
Oh, hell no.
You know, they never bogged down like the Masters. They were easy to zero gap too.
Yeah.
And they cut clean. And I've cut hair for a year straight with these without even having to sharpen the blade.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that happens either. But the other thing about it is just got a really quality build. They got the nice metal housing, and this ain't janky. Like, the lever is not janky. Some of the levers on some of the walls, I know it's not the greatest. They're a lot, like, you know, the plastic's not that great. But I mean, this thing just feels like a solid, quality, American-made product. And you know, one thing I gotta say about Wahl's customer service is it's A1.
Yeah, it's great,
They
man.
stand behind their equipment. There's nothing I love more than a company that does that.
Yep.
Unlike a company like BARBER, straight trash. But we'll get into that. Garbage. All right. But we'll get into that another day. In fact, I got another video coming up on some customer service and some calls that I made, some stories that I told, and I just want you guys to hear what the
Story
company
time.
said. Well, it's gonna be a real story time. So for real, you guys gonna want to stick around for that one. But all in all, man, this is just an amazing clipper. I think it changed the game forever, and I think almost every serious barber probably has one of these.
For sure.
And if you're just getting started or you're new, you're gonna probably want to scoop one of these eventually. But we're gonna give you a recommendation at the end. We're gonna call it the minimalist. All right. If you don't got the money, or you don't want to spend it, or you're just in school, or you're thinking about going to school, I'm gonna give you my recommendation with the cheapest kit you can get through, where you can still do some seriously quality work. And as you go on, you make more money. We'll tell you what to add to your kit in the future that'll help you go faster.
Honestly, I think that's the first clipper I go to for even at barbers. Even if any barber schools are out there, I believe that should be the first clipper that they give people, because you know, this was my first clipper, like I said, and like he said, it's nothing but a paperweight, man. This is the first time I pulled it out in years, man. But the Wahl Senior, man, it's definitely a good clipper, and I feel like everybody should have one. And you know, we're boosting it up and everything, and saying all these good things. But the one negative thing I would have to say about this clipper, man, is the way they built the cord here. I've went through some cords on this,
yeah,
and I would say, you know, if there was any way to maybe fix that, it tends to tear right here at the clipper. So if you could fix that, that'd be dope. But that's really the only negative thing I got to say.
So, I guess we only got one left in our top 5, and that's gonna be the cordless, and that's gonna be the Wahl Magic Clip.
For sure.
This little thing, boy, I like it. All right, I could call it a game changer because in some ways it is. All right, I just did a video last week where I took off onto the beach and we cut hair on the beach like all day, did a couple cool videos, had some fun. We're gonna start going around a bunch of different places, shooting off location just to get some different backgrounds, and this has allowed me to do that. I would not be able to do that without this, or I'd have to bring a generator or something like that. But this thing has been great, and you can do some seriously quality work with it. And I really can't say that it's something that I use every day, because I don't anymore, because it's a little bit weak and it does tend to pull hair. But if you're running out to cut your client at their house, you don't know what the situation is going to be like, or you're cutting hair in a hotel room, or you're trying to cut hair on the go, this is a great unit for it. You can certainly give a quality haircut. You just might have to start slowing down when the battery starts dying, but I mean, other than that, you really can't complain. You got the Wahl, you got your guards, and you got the ability to do a good quality cut on the go.
But these clippers here, you know, you could do everything you need to do with this clipper here. And the fact that it went wireless, I feel, has really changed the game for everything.
Better get it done in 20 minutes though.
Yeah.
For real.
Real talk. Man, it's a good clipper. It's okay. I should say, you know, it's an okay clipper. It's all right. And I feel like they're gonna make their changes. You know, for one of the first, you know, type of these clippers, it's a good clipper. But I want to see you guys step your game up, Wahl, on this one. This one needs just a little bit stepping up.
Little bit.
But it's a dope clipper. If you want to do some wireless stuff, cordless stuff, it's dope.
Yo, the only thing I have to ask you, Wahl, or Andis, or Oster, well, when's the fast feed coming out cordless for one?
Real talk.
But for number two, maybe they haven't done it for other reasons, because look, they could have rushed it out and got one like this, and it would have been all right, you know, we'd have bought it probably. But the one thing I don't understand is if my cell phone can last 24 hours without needing to be plugged in, why can't we get something with a bigger battery? I don't care if it's a little more heavy. I don't
Just
care about none of that. If it's got to be a little more heavy or a little larger, I don't care. I want more time with these things, man. I want to go to the beach and cut hair for 5 hours, and why can't that happen?
Yo, we rocked with these things forever, man. These are boat anchors. Come on, man.
We did. That's our top 5 picks. That's our favorite clippers, and some of them are our favorite clippers, but that's
game changers.
Yeah,
Is definitely what
top
they are.
5 game changer clippers. And if there was one that you guys would have added, or if there was one that you guys would have subtracted, I want to hear about it. All right, so leave us a comment so we can hear your feedback and we can hear what you guys think about it. But these are the top 5 game changers for us, and I want you to stick around because I got another video coming up. We did another one and we did the same thing for the trimmers. So we got the game changing trimmers. That video's coming up. So before you buy one, you're gonna want to check that out. I thank you, my man Cody, for coming in here doing this video with me. Check him out. I'll throw his IG down here. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Please contribute to the community. Leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video.
Peace.
So for my top picks for someone who just wants to spend the bare minimum, or you're just getting started, or you're not sure what to buy, the amount of information that's out there is overwhelming. So I'm going to make it really easy for you. 1, the trimmer that you could get, the cheap trimmer that you can get that works great is the Wahl Hero. Easy to set up, easy to adjust, and it continues to work, and it will continue to impress you for the little money that you'll spend for it. You can find it on Amazon about $40. Secondly, the Wahl 5-Star Senior. The Wahl 5-Star Senior comes with that fade blade on it, makes it easy to get the skin line out. You can debulk with it. It has the power to do it, and it's a great clipper all around, probably one of the best ever made. Thirdly, you need an electric shaver. Get the Wahl 5-Star electric shaver, or if you have a little bit more money, get the Finale. The Finale is the same thing, just has a lithium-ion battery, and it seems like it has a little bit more power. So that's the only 3 you really need to produce really good quality work. Of course, as you grow and you gain clients and you're looking to save time, there's some other stuff you could add to your kit, and we'll talk about that in another video. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll holler at you soon.